Hello, learners, and welcome back from break. Today we are on week 19 of our ConnectsU, and we're going to be talking about your Google Calendar. And I use mine constantly. It's a great resource. It has all of my appointments, what I'm doing. If somebody needs to know where I am, they can check my calendar. So there's a lot of great things with this. And I think a lot of you guys sometimes, will tell me, I have a problem with time management. I don't think there's enough hours in the day. Well, it's not a bad thing to plan things out and bring up your calendar and, write things on it and figure out, where you have extra time. Maybe you're working, maybe you're babysitting, and that's what the calendar's for. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so if you remember, we've been learning about SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And time-based is a huge thing. And like I said, I use the calendar all the time. I need to know where I am, what I'm doing, keystone testing, PSSA, all those things are coming up. And when I look at my calendar, I can see, okay, this is going to be a keystone day, and that is what I'm going to be doing that day. But if I would not mark things on the calendar, I might forget. And this is a good way, like I said, for you guys to mark even, your personal things like your work, your babysitting. So that way when you look at your calendar, you can say, oh my goodness, that's where I need to be. And you guys, if you're taking keystones, you can mark them down. I'm taking keystones this day. So you'll have to do your work other days. But keep in mind, like I said, you need to set goals. You need to say, I'm going to work on this day. I'm going to, maybe you set an hour for, your history class a day and an hour for your math class, or maybe you only do math on Mondays and you work through the whole thing. But however you do it, you need to be getting organized and making a plan so that way in the new year, you'll get more accomplished. And I was at the gym yesterday. One of my goals for the year is to try to go there more. And the fitness instructor said, you should set one good goal for yourself for the year. And you do what you need to do to make that goal happen. Okay. And like I said, I haven't been in the gym as much as I wanted to. And, I'm really going to try in this new year to make it there quite a bit. I should probably put it on my calendar. So let's check out this video here.
We're renting. Hey, I'm Larry Petrucci from Geeks Life. Do you use Google Calendar? Today I'm going to show you how to get more from it with some tips you may not be using yet. I love Google Calendar. I use it every day of my life to organize my life, seriously. Just look at this. Some people find it intimidating. I find it calming because I know exactly what's going on and I don't miss a beat. Tip number 1. So to start off, the most basic use is the ability to have multiple calendars. You can have one calendar for work appointments and one for your personal life, and put date night with your spouse or the kids' soccer games. To start new calendars other than the default, click the arrow beside My Calendars. Choose Create New Calendar. Name it. Now you'll see it in your master list. Number 2. Then you color code them so that you can visually identify where you're needed and for what. I love to only show certain calendars at certain times so I can focus on a particular task. For example, I use calendars with our Geeks Life team so everybody knows when we're shooting videos or when there are deadlines. That way everyone is on the same page. You do that by clicking a calendar on the list. It'll either show or hide with each click. If you want to change the color, just hover over the calendar name, click the drop-down arrow, and choose the color that you want. Tip number 3. Share your calendar with somebody so that you don't have to wonder where they are or if they're even available. Hover over the calendar name, click the drop-down arrow, and choose to share this calendar. Put in their email address and choose how much access you want to give them. Number 4, have full control over the way your calendar is displayed. You can choose to show the day, the week, or the month, or if you want to go a little custom, click click and drag the dates that you want to see in the month box in the upper left corner. This is especially useful for showing the last week of the month and the first week of the next month. There's no way to overlap months like that with the default choices, so that's helpful. Number 5, when you're adding an event, you can click inside the box of the day you want to add something, then type in 2:30 p.m. Dinner with David. Then choose the calendar you want it on. Or you could click the arrow by the word create in the upper left corner and use real language. For example, dinner with David at 7 p.m. tomorrow at Joe's. Use the same language you would if you were telling your secretary. It'll add the event tomorrow at 7 p.m. Now you can't choose the calendar that it goes to, so you'll want to use that for your default calendar only. Number 6. Activate the lab. Google likes to include lab features in their services that are hidden until you find and activate them. They can be really useful to you, so it's worth checking them out. Click the gear icon, then choose Labs. Look through the list to see if any interest you, like the year view or the world clock, so you don't schedule an appointment with somebody on the other side of the world while they're supposed to be sleeping. Choose Enable, then Save. It'll show up on the right side of your calendar. Number 7, speaking of trying to schedule times, it can be difficult, can't it? Well, once you create an event, go into the details. Click the Find a Time tab. Add guests who you want to be there. They'll need to make sure that they shared their calendar with you. Then you'll see their appointments right alongside yours, and you can choose the time that works for everybody instead of waiting for everyone to individually say yes, no, or the inevitable, no, I'm busy buying bacon. This way, you don't have to go circle after circle after circle just trying to make an appointment. Number 8, then when it comes time for the appointment itself, you can all join the meeting using Google Hangout if you want. Each person would just click the Hangout button inside the event. Easy breezy. Number 9, if you travel a lot, you're going to want to make sure you can access your calendar while not connected to the internet. So make sure offline mode is enabled. Click the gear in the top right corner, choose offline. You'll need to install the Chrome app, and it does only work in Chrome, but when you make changes offline, everything will be synced when you get back online. Number 10, you can embed your calendar on your website so people can either see when you're available or, hey, I've used it to showcase regular events like the live streams that I do every week. Go into calendar settings, copy the embed code, and paste it into your website. Number 11, use keyboard shortcuts. I love anything that'll save me a bit of time, don't you? You'll find a link below this video with all the keyboard shortcuts that you can use. Number 12, you can even set goals. Set a goal to exercise, choose what kind, how long, and what time of day is best. Google will find times that work with your schedule and plug that exercise in. So if you have a scheduled client dinner at 7 p.m., it'll find a different time for you to run. And you can delay the run too if something pops up. I hope that helps take your calendar to the next level and makes you more productive. What's your favorite tip? Leave a comment below and use the links above to share this video on your
Okay, so I know some of the video was a little advanced or maybe more than you needed, but I thought it was a great start. And like I said, setting goals, putting things on your calendar, staying organized, all things that a lot of people sort of set for their New Year goals anyway, or resolutions or whatever you want to call it. So I just thought this would be a good time to, start using your calendar. So your assignment for today is to add an event or appointment to your Google Calendar, and then just take a screenshot of your updated calendar and send it to me. Okay, so you'll go into, your Google, your Waffle, find your calendar, go into it, add something to it. You can repeat the day, just sort of mess around with your calendar a little bit. Now, there is something where you can update your calendar. I have not updated mine yet. People have told me they don't really like the updated version. Some people do like it. If you don't like it, you can go back to the original version. So go in, like I said, mess around with your calendar and see what you can get from there. Okay, so this week we'll be focusing on your calendar and having little activities with it. Okay, so have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.